process. So what is the use of the dialog work process? So we are discussing about the work process, right? So DV, EB, MGS. In that, so what is meant by dialog work process? So what is the exact role of the dialog work process?
It will take the user.
Yeah. So
Take the request and process.
yeah, it will take and process. One work process will be take and another work process will be process the request, right? So that is the dialog work process responsibility, taking the user request and processing the user request. So after that, user done some transaction, then who will update the transaction records into DB level? Who will updates?
Update instance.
Update. So where can I check my update is active or not? And also where can I check my failed update records?
SM14.
SM13.
Yes, right. Yes.
Update records.
Yes. So update related transaction codes are SM13 and SM14. So how can I check the system logs?
SM21.
SM21 is the transaction code. So you have to tell, like someone asked you, SM21 is the transaction code. There we can check the system logs. So above dumps.
Yeah, ST22.
ST22. Okay. I hope you guys are practicing well, right? So I hope you guys are practicing. So that is the case. Then let's discuss about the other activities. Okay, let's discuss about the other activities. So then NQ work process. Okay, we'll discuss about the up to update we discussed, and some other transaction codes also we discussed, right? Active application servers. Where can I check the active application servers? SM51. So here, if any application servers are active more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, anything limit, unlimited, all these things we can see in the SM51. If that application server is down, then that one we cannot see from here. So that will be that we cannot see from here, right? So let's see, let's log in. Okay, if we go to the SM51, so then we can see the application server status. The 3 application servers, we have the 3 application servers are active status. So we can go to the any one of the application server, then you can see the work process status. So how many are there, how many are free. So instead of going SM50, we can go individual. Then otherwise we go to the SM66 global work process overview. We can see these are the all the work process status here, right? All the application servers related work process status we can find out from here, right? So this is about the normal general transaction codes which we are using. Apart from that, so today we'll discuss about the Enqueue mechanism. So SM12 is the Enqueue here, SM12. So Enqueue, SM12 is the Enqueue work process. So Enqueue work process. So Enqueue work process. So what is mean by Enqueue work process? So Enqueue work process, where it is available? Enqueue work process, where it is available? Where it is
Central instances.
Central instance means which instance it is available. You have to tell like which instance. So it is available in the ASCS instance, right? So Enqueue, it will locking mechanism. It will lock your request. It will lock your request whenever user logging to the systems. This is the presentation layer. This is the SAP application layer. This is the database layer, right? So here we have the ASCS instance. Then we have the remaining work process means PAS instance will be available here, right? This is the ASCS. So here, whenever you are logging to the system, here Enqueue work process is available here. Message server and Enqueue server both are available here. Whenever you are logging to the system, immediately Enqueue will lock your request. Enqueue will lock your request. Otherwise, what will happen? So same ticket, both the persons will be booked, right? So sometimes when you are booking the ticket, suppose it's outside of the world, So suppose outside of the SAP, if I am talking, so suppose I am booking the one ticket, suppose red bus, suppose IRCTC, one ticket I am booking, right? One ticket I am booking. So in the ticket, suppose like, so window 32 seat I am booking from here, right? Window 32 seat I am booking. So S2 coach, window 32 seat I am booking, right? The same time, window 32 seat I'm booking. The same time, one more person, this is me, right? I'm trying to edit it. In between, one more person initiated the call and is also trying to book the same ticket. He is also trying to book the same ticket. So this ticket is not available for him. Why? Because I already locked this ticket. I am doing the transaction for him, right? I'm doing the transaction for him. So to avoid this type of inconsistencies, when you are trying to edit this transaction, suppose, yeah, immediately the Enqueue work process will log the your Enqueue work process will log the your statement, your transaction until you complete the transaction. Suppose your transaction is failed, then immediately the seat will be released, the lock will be released here. So other person can book the same tickets, Suppose if I talk about the same example in the SAP, suppose, so you logged into the presentation layer, and also I also logged into the presentation layer. So but immediately I went to the one of the transaction code, I am editing the one of the company code, but you are also trying to edit the same thing. Immediately the Enqueue work process will tell like, boss, this one already being editing by some other person, so don't edit it, you have only display access, something like that. It will give the information to the that respective user. So now we'll see the practical wise how it will work, right? How it will work, we can see now. So if we go to the SM12, so here we can see the lock entries. So if you have client, just to remove, if you don't know, if you know the user, just put it, otherwise just remove, just get the list. Then here you have the empty list. Here you don't see any lock entry, right? Here you don't see lock entry. Then take the new session. This is the one, take the new window, new GUI window. So you can take multiple sessions also, right? Multiple sessions, we can open it from one screen. You can open the multiple sessions. So this is the option you need to click, creates the new session, new sessions, right? New sessions, you can create it. N number of sessions, you can take it out, right? New sessions, but only few are allowed, 6 sessions only allowed, okay? Only 6 sessions you can create it here. You can see only 6 sessions you can create it, right? So that is the default. So now what I am doing here, now I don't want all these sessions, okay? I'm removing only 1 or 2, just I am keeping here, okay? 1 or 2 I'm keeping here. So now what I'm doing here, I want to edit the something. Suppose like I'm going to the one of the transaction code, just I click the edit button. I'm creating the one group here. So I'm creating the one group. So one more person, he wants to go to the same transaction code. It will say like, boss, so the person is already locked by the basis user. We have only display access is possible. You have only display access only possible. Like that, it will give the information. You cannot edit it at the same time. So maybe you can, if you go to the refresh it, then you can see the lock entry here, right? You can see the lock entry. So lock entry, you have the available lock entries. So lock entries, you have available the lock entries here, which means you have only display access is available. So particular person 001 client basis user 742. So particular table is editing. Editing means you cannot edit the any other things. You can only edit the only the particular things. You can only edit it. You can only edit the particular T code. So not the other T codes. Not the other T codes. You cannot edit the other T codes, right? Only he is editing the particular company code, particular table he is editing. So you cannot go ahead and do the same thing here. Why? Because so he is already editing. So if his system is allowed to both system is allowed both the persons to edit it, then so system will be the DB will be the inconsistency. DB will be the inconsistency. Why? Because so not sure who create the entry, not sure who delete the entry, everything, right? If the both are creating the same name, then that will be the problem. That's why here, so some transactions, so both the persons at a time not possible to edit it. So if I'm trying to go ahead and SM, so some transaction code, then it will clearly display the information. So the person is already locking by the user, so he is already locked by the user, only display access possible. So which means you can only display, you can only see, but you cannot watch, you cannot edit anything in the system, you cannot edit in the system. So that is what Enqueue. So sir, up to what? Suppose the person is, he went away, the person is went for the break, 1 hour completed, 2 hours completed, 24 hours completed, 48 hours completed, still is not, still we are getting the same error, still we are getting the same error, 48 hours completed, still we are getting the same error. In this case, what you have to do, you can go to the SM12, check the lock entry, who is the user. Okay, this is the user, we locked the entry. You can will get the date and timestamp here. Then select it, then remove the lock entries. You can remove the older than lock entries from the table, older than lock entries from the here. So why? Because so the user is not exist, is not doing anything, just opened and he went away. Then we can now, if we go to the SMLG, same transaction code, now we can go ahead and we can edit it now. You can edit it. Why? Because now we deleted this transaction, this lock entries we deleted, right? We deleted the lock entries. So that will happen. So that will happen, that will take care of the Enqueue work process. Enqueue work process will take care of the all these things. Enqueue work process will take care of the all these things. That's why we have the locking mechanism. So in the real-time world, so whenever the lock entry is more than 24 hours old, we can get the approval, then we can remove it. We can get the approval and we can remove that lock from the system. So if any user lock entry is more than, when you are doing the daily monitoring, normally you do the daily monitoring in the systems, each and every transaction code, whatever we are discussing, all the transaction code daily you will monitor it, right? If you will go to the list, you will see all the lock entries and everything. If any lock entry more than 24 hours found, then select that user, who is that user, then take the approval from your manager or team lead. Then once he is okay, then you can just delete the lock entry from the system. That is what you have to do from the SM12. That is what we have to take the action as part of the day-to-day activities, right? That is the lock entry. It's clear, right? So simple lock entry, if more than 24 hours or more than 48 hours as per your organization norms, then we need to delete it, right? Next one is the background work process, right? Background work process is a very important work process, background. So dialog we discussed, update we discussed, Enqueue we discussed, fine. What about the background work process? Okay, so it kind of jobs. Monthly we are getting the payrolls from the companies. Are there any person is sending the amount to us? No, right? So it's when lakhs of employees are there, then are the persons doing the one by one Google Pay, Phone Pay to us? No, right? So how we are getting the salaries? The back end, the company related background job, one job will run, that job will send the payrolls to us, right? So a company at a time messages, at a time everything will come. Why? Because the based upon the job will create and job will throw the send the amount to us, right? So that is the one. At a time everyone they will get the amounts. How? Which means one job will run, right? The job, payrolls jobs, or any jobs, financial jobs, any jobs will run and it will throw the messages to us. It will send the messages, right? So now here, so what we can do here? So what is our scope here regarding the background jobs? So we need to create the background job here. Here to run the background job, one background work process is required here. Background, which means without manual user intervention. Without user intervention, the job will run automatically based upon the schedule. Suppose one time, if you create the job should run every 5 minutes, means automatically every 5 minutes the job will run. You don't need to do anything, just to create the job and save it. Suppose you want to run yearly once, then yearly runs every, you want to run the job every monthly, end of the month, all the employees will get the salary. Suppose if you create that job, then every person should get the salaries job, sales job, purchase, everything you will get into the, so everything, that is everything is possible from here. To run the job, you need one background work process is required here, one background. So users will log in the dialog mode. We are the dialog users, right? Why? Because we are logging into the dialog mode. Why means, so dialog work process is taking care of the our user request, so that we are the dialog work process. Then if you schedule the opposite to the dialog is the background here. So background means backend it will run without user intervention, right? So how to create that one? What are the transaction code for the background? It's a very, very important. As of now, whatever we discussed, right? In that, this is the very important topic, right? This is a very important topic. So background work process, right? It's required the, so to run the job, you need one background work process should be free. Otherwise, the job it won't run. What is mean by job means? Job means it's set of instructions, set of programs it will run. So normally in the system, SAP system, the ABAPers will write the code, right? ABAPers, our development team will write the code, and will execute that code, right? So where they will execute it. So there are the two transaction codes, SA38 or SC38. SA38 or SC38 are the, so transaction codes. SC38 or SC38 are the transaction codes for the execution of the, so background jobs. SA38 or so SC38 are the transaction code for the, so for the code for, so programs or reports execution, reports creation or execution. They will use these transaction codes for programs and reports for their day-to-day usage purpose. So normally they will use this one to execute the programs and everything. Suppose if we go to, so SA38, then they will provide the program name here, they will execute it. So here in the system, we have the lot of programs are there in the system. We have lot of programs are there. So here the system have number of programs are there here. So they will execute it. They will execute it. All the things they will execute it. Then they will execute. This is the execute button. They will execute it. Then they will display the results here. They will display the results here. They will display the results here. Right? They will display the results here. So like that they will, so through the error they will execute it. They will display the reports. Normally this is not our duty to create the reports, programs and everything execution. So they will take care of the, why? Because it's a development work to write the codes, programs and reports, everything they will write it, right? So but they will ask basis team to, so instead of they suppose they will write the one program, that program has to execute every 10 minutes or every day midnight, that has to execute to run the payrolls. So in that case, how we will do that one? How we will, so how in that case, how we have to do every day manually, we have to log into the 12 p.m. So 12 o'clock morning hours, then 12 a.m. Then we need to execute it. It's not required. If you run the one job, the job will take care of the all these activities. So before you run the job, normally we should be aware of, so what are the transaction codes for to, what are the transaction codes for the, so checking the, or what are the transaction codes for the, so run the programs and reports. Normally SE38 or SE38, they will run the programs and they will check everything here. So they will check the codes, programs, variants, everything they will write it here. The developers, they will write everything from here, right? SE38 or SE38, they will do everything from here, right? So normally the programs, it's like table is unknown. The programs, it looks like, so it starts with the R star. Suppose like RS, the programs, which looks like. So these are the some of the standard programs, which looks like R star, right? So it's R star. So here normally they will use the SE38 or SE38 transaction codes. So they can do the here. They can create the program also here. They can create the program also here. So the developers, they can create the program, maybe they can open the source code and they can see everything here. They can open the source code and everything. They can see it from here also. So that is what they can do from here, right? So that is the thing of the source code. So here they can open it, the source code and a coding, they will write everything here in a SE38. SE38 directly, that is the execution. From here also, we can execute the programs and the codes and everything, we can execute it. So, but that is the development work. Just from your side, you can remember, so what is the SE38 and what is the SA38? In SA38, we can execute the programs or reports. SE38 is for the, we can execute plus creation also possible from the SE38. Okay, these two transaction codes. So this everything manually you have to do that one, right? Manually you have to do everything this one. So instead of doing manually, SAP provided the one option just to create the one job in SM36. SM36 you can create a one background, create a job, one background job you can create it. Job will take care of the automatic execution. You no need to manually execute anything. The job will take care of the automatic execution, right? So now let's go to the SM36 is the transaction code for the SM36. If we go to the SM36 transaction code, here we need to create the job name. What job name? Suppose like let me take the salary job name. What is the class? What is the priority? So salaries means payrolls means high priority classes, right? High priority jobs, right? So where it is, it has to execute it. You have the multiple application servers. In which application server it should execute it. So if you have the dedicated application server, you can take it. If you don't want to specify the application server, then leave it. System will take care of the automatically, right? Leave it. System will execute it automatically. So then you can define it. Then go to the job steps here. So here you should know about the job steps here. Here you should know job steps. Okay, job steps. So here we have the three types of job steps here. Three types of job steps here. Job steps means here the job will execute whatever you define here. Whatever you mention here, the job will go and execute that one. The job will go and execute that one here, whatever you define, right? So as I mentioned, the programs, here you will get the programs from the functional and development team members, right? So here we have the three types of programs or commands can be executed by the three types of job steps are available here. One, either you can define the above program, or you can define the external command, or you can define the external programs, you can define it. So external command, external programs means it's like outside of the SAP. This is the within the SAP, if you have any program that has to execute every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, or every week, every monthly, yearly, quarterly, 2 years once, 3 years once, Saturday, Sunday, only Saturday, Sunday, except Saturday, anything, so that you can define it in the system. But that too, what things it will be executed. Job step is what step it should be executed, what program it should be executed, means that you have to come to the job step. Here you need to define the steps here. Here you need to define the job step, either the above program. So then you can define the above program, or external command, you can define the external command, or external program. External means outside. So commands means, external commands means outside of the program, means OS level commands, and some other systems also we can execute it. Now we are in the PRD, NW system also we can execute that system. So that also we can possible, right? So in the OS level commands also we can execute it from here. So right, so OS level every day you need to do some cleanup. So then you can create the one job, that job will clean up of the automatically, right? So that one, you just go to the external command, you can put the voice commands and everything, that will take care of that one. Above program. So in the SAP level, you have some program, that program has to execute it. Just click give the program and execute it, then go back, then job step you have completed. So we have the three types of job steps. One is the above program, then external program, then external commands. This is the very important steps, actually, the job creations. So multiple questions they may ask you during the interview point of time or the real times. So how many types of job steps we have? 3 types of job steps: above program, external command, external program. So with this, whatever the program you define, the job will execute that program. Depends upon the timelines you set, job will execute it, either the above program or external program or the external commands. Anything you can set it out. But the requirement we will get from the teams, the requirement we will get from the development teams or functional folks, right? The requirement we will get from the development teams or functional teams, we will get that requirement. Okay, so this is what we have to do, that one. This is what we have to perform it, right? Above program or external commands, you need to set this one, right? So this is the 3 types of job steps we have in the system. 3 types of job steps in the system, right? So this is the way. So we can define it. So either, but timelines, where to define the timelines here? If you go to the startup condition here, then what timelines you want to execute the job immediately, then you can execute the job immediately. No, I want to execute the job every monthly. So then monthly you can execute it. Start from today, then next month it will execute it. You don't, if you want to put the restriction anything, you want to, so normally Saturday, Sundays and public holidays, we won't get the holidays, right? Then you can define the factory calendar. So which calendar you won't get the salaries. Normally German calendar, so we won't get the salaries and everything, right? So monthly this job will execute, but start from today. So then click on the save button, then the job will be executed. The job will be executed. See here, the job is status is released. So now where can I check my job is successfully completed or not? Where can I check, right? So coming to the job startup conditions, we have the startup condition like immediately you can run. Maybe if you want to give the date and time, you can give it. Then after the job, then after the event, then operational modes. These are the job startup conditions. You can see here, when you go to the SM36, you created the job. Then if you just go to the SM37 for monitoring, just click on the execute, you see that salary job is successfully completed. So how can we see the status is successfully completed? Normally, what are the status? If the job is cancelled, that is the cancelled status. Job is active, the job is active status. The job is ready for execution, then ready. Job is released, that is the released. Then job is scheduled means job is created, but you have not assigned any timelines you have not assigned. So that is the aim of the year: scheduled, released, ready, active, finished, cancelled status. Active, finished, cancelled status. Right? This is the way. Right? Got it? So this is the way we can see the status, job status, and SM37 we can find out whether the job is completed or not. Just select the job, go to the job log and see what is happened. So job started at 6/1, then at the same time it is a finished date. So who executed? The basis user executed. So this way we can see the job is failed, we will get the logs. So job logs are very important here. A job is successfully finished or not. Any errors, then the errors we have to fix it. Right? So job steps, what are the job steps? It is mentioned. So this is the program name we executed. So every monthly this will be executed now. So one time if you set it, every monthly we will execute this one. This is the SM36 transaction code and 37 transaction code. We will use it for the background jobs creation. Background job creation, we will use it. So here you should know about the SM36 more. Like here we need to create the one job. Suppose example job I am creating again. Then step name you can define it. So normally here we will get the, so require here you will get the what is the program, what is the everything from the your developers or job owner. They will create it. They will create the program. Any program you can check it out here. Just save it. Either they want external program, then you can provide the external programs also. Either the external commands, either the external, anything you can execute it. So job steps are 3 types. One is the above program, external commands, and external program. These are the three types of job programs are there. So anything you can execute depends upon the requirement, anything. Normally, all will use the above programs. Why? Because above programs are written by our developers. Above programs, reports are written by our developers, so that if they want to execute this one, then we can execute this, and we can inform to them. So they can create it. They will tell you how to, they will tell you, so what is the job startup condition? Startup condition means either the immediate, daytime, after job, after event. These are the very important. Can you tell me the job startup conditions? Interview point of time, they may ask you questions. Can you tell me the job startup conditions? Immediate, daytime, after the job, after the event. So like that, we have to tell the job startup conditions, everything we have to tell it out, right? This is the job startup conditions, right? Maybe you want to run the job, so every day, maybe just you can provide the date and time also. But today, at what time you should run it? Maybe today, now 6:30. Now I want to run the job at 6:38, suppose like system time. Then, so periodic values means hourly or monthly, what time? So hourly, suppose I want to run the hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, or other period, means every 2 months once, every minute once, every 5 minutes once, every 10 minutes once. What is that? So I mentioned as every 10 minutes once, this job should run it, starting from 6:38, then 6:48, 6:58, like that, the job will run it. Every 10 minutes, job will run, right? So like that, I have defined the startup conditions and job steps. Then now job is the scheduled status, scheduled. So now if you click, you assign the timelines, just click on the save button, then job is released status. The job is released status. You can see the job is released status, right? Now, if you go to the SM37 to monitor, where can I monitor the jobs? Here, where can I monitor the jobs? So 38, right? Maybe you can remove the dates, and you can see when you are creating the job, the job is in the scheduled status. Then after that, when you are releasing, means when you are assigning the timelines, either the today, tomorrow, whatever it may be. So then that is the released status. Then ready for the execution. Then active means the job is currently running. Finished means the job is successfully completed. Cancelled means the job is failed with errors, right? But errors also we can see. So this and all the things, job status we can see in the SM37. So the job steps, job creations, conditions. Job conditions means startup conditions, right? You want to run immediately, immediate you can run it, and a day and time you have to run it, date and time. Then you can give the date and time. And after event, if you want to give the after event, that one after the job, you can give after the job. Then operation modes, you can give the operation modes also, you can provide it. That is a separate topic of mode. So you want to run the job immediately, you can give the immediately. You want to, so you want to date and time, you want to run next 1 hour, next 30 minutes hour. So you want to give the anything, like suppose you want to, suppose go to the SM36, you want to run the job, suppose like text job, suppose I'm giving the text job. So here just to, you want to give the date and time. So you want to run the job immediately, hourly, 10 minutes, monthly, other period, whatever it may be. Suppose I want to run the job every 1 minute. So then 1 minute I set it out here, right? Every 1 minute I set it here. So then every 1 minute it will run it. So start time, starting from, so immediately to, so every 1 minute this job should run. What is the job name? Then strip name, what this should execute it, what is the, what it should execute it. Then you need to define the program name, what program it will execute it, what program it will execute it. That program name you have to execute it. So you can choose any program. We have the, when the SAP installation is done, you will get the standard programs you will get from the SAP standard program, you can get it from the SAP. Just click on OK button, then go back, then save it. You have save it. Then job is scheduled. The job status is released now. Now go to the SM37. Why? Because you have released it. Immediately it will execute it. So you can monitor it. Go to the SM37. Here you can monitor it. Here you can see the job is cancelled. Just select the job. So check the job log, why it is cancelled. No valid entry found in the selection criteria. There is no valid entry. That is the program. In the program, there is no valid entry. That is the reason the job got failed here. The job got failed. It will execute every minute. Every minute the job will execute it. Every minute the job will execute it. Let's see. Let's see. I think one more minute the job will complete it. One more minute the job will be completed. Right? So here we can monitor the status of the jobs and everything. We can monitor it. All these things we can monitor. You can remove the dates and you can see till now how many jobs are executed. Nothing is executed. Right? So like that, we can see the dates. We can see the dates and the times and everything we can see. Right? If you schedule one time, automatically it will execute the all the times it will be executed. All the times that will be executed. That is the background job status. The background job. So we can create from SM36, then monitor from the SM37. We can monitor it. Create from SM36 and monitor from SM37. We can monitor it. This is the way we need to take care of the all these activities and everything. Right? So creation, we can take it from SM36 and monitor and checking the, suppose you want to cancel, you want to delete everything, it is possible from the SM37. You can go to the SM37, you want to delete, just select it, then you can go to the delete button, or you can go to the here, you can also delete it, delete the harm. Right? You want to suspend the job, you should not run, then make it scheduled status. When the job is in the scheduled status, it will not run. When the job is in the released status, job will run. You want to change the timelines. You want to cancel the active job. Job is running, you want to cancel. You can cancel it. You can check. So each job, it will occupy it will take the one work process. You can see here, what is the work process here? It is what is. So if you go to the job details, here in the application server PRD11, the work process number 6, it's taken. Work process number 6, it's taken. In the application server PRD11, so 6, it's taken. So if I go to the one more job, this job is taken, which one? Go to the job details, then job details, then this is the PRD04 and 7, it's taken. 7 is taken. We have the multiple application server and equally it is distributing the load to the each and every application server. So 6 and 7, right? 6 and 7, you can go to the SM51, see what are these 6 and 7, right? 6 and 7 application server. If you go to the SM51, then you can go to the 4, application server 4, 6. 6 means one BTC work process. Work process number 6 means it's the BTC work process. Process number 6 means it's the BTC work process is the 6 here. BTC work process is the 6 here, right? Then, so like that, 11 means 7 work process number, right? 7 or 6, something 6. 6 is the work process here. This work process taken your job. So here, the background work process will take care of the background jobs execution and everything. Okay, the background work process will take care of the background job execution and everything, right? Either if there is no work process, so it will wait until the free of the BTC work process. So that's why the background work process are responsible to run the background jobs, right? If there is no background work process, the jobs will fail, jobs will not run, right? So that is one. So if the jobs are failing means go to the SM37, we can see so what's happening in the system. So we need to check. You want to repeat the scheduling, you want to run the one more time, then you can repeat the schedule, you can create it one more time. See here, job is ready now. Just click on it, again it will be failed. Like that, you can number of times you can schedule it, number of times you can schedule it the job. So you want to cancel the active job, you can cancel it the job also. If the job is running, if you want to cancel, you can cancel it. The status and all we can see it from here, right? That is the job. So you want to move to the different application server, the job, you can move to the another application server also, you can move it. I want to run this job on the different application server, so we can run it, right? That is also possible in the systems, that is also possible, right? So that is the application server. Then So this one. So in SM37, if you want to cancel, if you want to delete, if you want to change whatever you want, everything is possible from the SM37. All actions possible from the SM37. So 36 is only for the creation of the background job. Creation of the background jobs. While creating the background jobs, three things in your mind. So what are the steps we have to execute it? If someone asking you, I want to schedule the background job, what you require? I need job steps. I need job startup conditions. I need job. So these are the things are required. These two are required, right? Job steps. So you want to run the job, right? Either the above program or external program. Which one you want to run it? Then you can take the program name and everything. Startup condition mean what time you want to run it. So every day, normally daily night hours, the job, more jobs will run, right? Night time. So night time, more jobs will run. Night time, more jobs will run, right? Night time, more jobs will run. So why? Because morning hours users will do the night hours, so we will get the payrolls, salaries, everything are morning hours. We will get the jobs will run night jobs. So that's the reason. So night time, so the jobs will more jobs will run it. So that is the thing will happen here. So that is the reason. Night time we need more background jobs. Morning time we need more dialogue work process. Why? Because in the morning hours means business hours, users will log in and they will do the transactions and everything, right? So they will do the transactions and everything. That's the reason you need some more process here. Suppose let me try to schedule it the one of the suppose one command. So OS, any OS, just defining. So just okay, I defined the one external program. Maybe this is example to do job. I want to run immediately. Then just click on the save button, then save it. The job is released status. The job is released status. Now I will go to the SM37. Go to the SM37. You can see the status example 2. Example 2 also cancelled. So why means I have not correctly given the parameters. Parameters are not correctly given the parameters. So that's why. So either it failed or passed. So we are not sure. But our aim is whether you successfully scheduled a job or not. That is the main thing, right? Whether they successfully scheduled or not, you can see it here, right? So here, so this is the normal user defined background jobs. User defined background jobs. Same as like here system has some background jobs, system related to some of the background jobs, which will do the some cleanup activities. Suppose go to the SM37, SM36. In the 36, you can see here standard jobs. Standard jobs means which SAP provided to us, right? Just create the default scheduling basis user. So then these are the jobs which SAP provided to us. So which of the some cleanup jobs, checking the active jobs, so monitoring the jobs, so some collector job statistics, performance job, DOMS statistics, parameter, table space. So these all are the system related jobs. System created these jobs, right? System, then that we have to release it, that we have released it now, that we are all released now. This will execute it based upon the timelines. These jobs will execute in the system. It will do the some cleanup activity. See here, these jobs are released now. These all jobs are released now. So this will complete and this will complete it in the system. These are the standard background jobs, SAP related jobs. We will call it as the SAP related jobs. So these SAP related jobs are, so we'll do the some activities, some cleanup activities in the systems. Some cleanup activities in the systems. It will perform some cleanup activities in the systems. It will run period daily. Some jobs are hourly jobs. Some jobs are daily, weekly, monthly. All the jobs are there. So some cleanup. Cleanup means deletion of the some old above dumps. So deletion of the some other jobs. So all these things it will do the some cleanup activity. These are the provided by the SAP. So that we have to schedule it as soon as your installation is completed. You have to come to the SM36 and schedule the all the standard background jobs. You need to schedule it. How to means just to go to the create the default scheduling, then you will get the all these things, then save it. It will be scheduled automatically. Those are the standard jobs. Apart from that, Now we are creating the jobs. Those are the user defined jobs. We are defining the jobs. We means users. We are defining the jobs. Those are the user jobs we are creating. Those are the user defined jobs. Standard jobs and user jobs means our own jobs we are creating here. While creating job step, startup condition, these two are important. So remaining all these things we can monitor from the SM37 only. SM37 we can monitor it. So SM37 is for the for monitoring the background jobs and deletion of the background jobs, changing the schedule, changing the status and everything we can possible from SM37, right? Maybe I want to change the background job, then just select this one, go to the job, then here just release it schedule, then the job is the was undone. So which means job is in the unreleased status, which means the job it won't run. When the job is in the scheduled status, it won't run. When the job is in the released status only, it will run. Okay, just remember that word. Okay, that is the main important thing here. Okay, maybe you want to see all the scheduled, released, active, finished jobs, means just select it, click it. You can see how many jobs are scheduled, released, active. All these things are displayed here, right? All these things are displayed in the systems. So I don't want to run this job, then select this job, go to the job, click on the scheduled status. Then the job is scheduled, which means the job it won't run it, right? This is the way we can job it won't run. You want to release that job, select that job, click on the release button. You want to release that job, suppose select unscheduled status. You want to release that job, select it, then release it. Release means it will execute it as per the timelines. See here, job is released, it will execute it now. So like that, everything which is possible from the SM37, 36 is only for the creation, right? Sometimes as part of our day-to-day monitoring, we have to come to the SM as per the day-to-day, as your shift starts with the monitoring only. You have to come to the SAP systems. You need to check, are there any active jobs? Some jobs may run from longer time, from yesterday, from 2 days, today, last 2 hours. Then you need to check what are the active jobs. You need to check only active jobs. Just check, nothing. You need to check the cancelled jobs. Okay, these jobs are cancelled. Why these jobs are cancelled in the system? You need to just go to the job log and see why you have cancelled this job logs. See here why this system job is cancelled due to system shutdown. So due to system shutdown, job is cancelled. That is the reason. We can reschedule it again. That is not a problem, right? That is the way we can do that one. So if the jobs are active, means it's running from long time, long duration, yesterday, everything, means it will impact the system performance. Then we can cancel it by taking the approval. System level, if you are doing anything, you need to take the approval, then cancel the jobs. Okay, that is what you have to do it in the systems. Okay, got it? Any questions from anyone?
Can you see a couple of examples for the startup condition after job and after leaving?
You can try that one. You can try. So suppose I am creating the example number 3. So you can put any program, anything you can put it out, not a problem. But thing is, so what it is mean by startup condition? I am just using the immediate and daytime after the job. I want to run the job. This job should be run. There is one more job, should finish it that first. Then after that, my job should run it. Suppose example 2, I think 1, I think, yeah. So this is the dependent. This is the dependent of this job. So then I can just save it. So why? Because the example 3 will run as soon as the example 1 completed, then example 3 will run immediately. Then like that, I schedule the job, then job is released now. Then where is the example 1 now? Go to the SM37. Now check the example 1. I have the example 1. I think we don't have, I think. Let me check. No, we don't have any example 1. Maybe remove this one. I think this is we set to the future date. Let me remove the dates. Yes, example 1, right? Example 1 is there, example 3 is there, right? Example 3 it won't run until example 1 finishes, right? let me run this job now. Okay, let me run. When this job should run, at what time? Every 10 minutes from starting from now, every 10 minutes. So that now I will run it immediately. Just repeat the scheduling. Immediate I want to run this job, right? Just I remove, so run it this job. So this job is running now. So running. So ready. The job is active now. Example 1 is active now. As soon as the example 1 is active, see here, the job is active now. So once the job is active, finished immediately, this job will take care of. Then what is this example job? Why it is running so long? I don't know what is this program name, but it's running from long. Okay, let's see. So once as soon as this is completed, then immediately there's a example 1 completed. There is a dependency on the example 3, right? Example 3 will run as soon as example 1 is completed. So still it is running. Same as like you can just create the one more text file with the startup conditions of the after the event. So currently many events in the systems, right? Suppose import starts, SAP import starts, some many imports. As soon as your system started, immediately this job should run. Like that, you can schedule it some imports here. Then program, any program you can define it here, right? So any program you can define it. So here what you did is here, so as soon as your SAP system started, the event is started, immediately this job will run. Until then this won't run, right? Like that you set the timelines. Like that you set the timelines, the events you created in the systems. Events you created in the systems. So you can check it out. So still active. The job is still active. Something is doing in the system. I'm not sure what it is doing, but something is doing in the system. Okay, something is doing. The set file, this is completed. When it will run, event. Whenever the event occurs, in the system, the events occurs. Right? Whenever this event occurs, SAP system start event occurs. Maybe when you are stopping and you are starting, the event will occur, it will start. Then after that, immediately the job text file will execute it. Right? Event job. So these jobs will run. So see here, this jobs. So the job is still active. This job still active status only. So what it is doing here? If we go to the job log, something is doing here. This one. So still active. I mean something is running in the backend. So we should wait until. So just to monitor it. As soon as this is completed, immediately the job 3 will be executed. That is the way dependency jobs creation. Any questions from anyone?
Ravi, in real time, no need to create any schedule job or release job. Only we need to monitoring only, right?
No, we have to create it. Some we will get the requirement from the development functional teams. iBasis team, could you please create the job? This is the program. The job should run every Monday, every Tuesday, or every midnight. This is the everything they will provide you. Then you should create it. Go to the SM36 and you have to create it. Just you need to understand the logic, what time, what is the program, whether you have all the details, then you can create. If you don't have the details, you can inform them saying that, so what time I have to schedule it, what is the program, like that you need to do that one.
Okay.
Okay. So